I feel like God created us for his amusement. I am someone who is not a big fan of life, right? I'm not suicidal. I just struggle to understand why we were created. For me personally, I feel like I've always been mediocre when it comes to tests, right? I've always been someone who's been in the like 50s to 60 percentage rate. Getting 70% was a huge win for me. So when I think about life possibly being a test, in my mind, I feel like I've already failed. If life is a test, I don't know how I did. And so that made me question God's character. And I was like, yo, God, so why were we created then? Like, were we created for your own amusement? Now, I know you're thinking that, why are you telling us this? That's because if I feel like this as a Christian who's seen the face of the Father, who worships God wholeheartedly, who loves God, who would not be here without God, I honestly understand where people who are not Christian are coming from. I was thinking about how sexual immorality is the only sin that God says flee from. When Lucifer fell from heaven, right, it says a third of the heavens fell with him. Why did they fall with him? Because the angels wanted to have sex with people on earth, right? Why did God send the flood? Because you had angels and humans creating, half angels, half humans, breaking the boundary of God's creation, moving in absolute wickedness. Not only that, but let's talk about Lot, right? How Lot was approached by two angels in Sodom and Gomorrah and told, listen, God's gonna rain fire from the sky, leave with your family. The whole village, it says young men, old men, the whole village came to Lot and said, you're not going anywhere, bring those two angels out, we wanna have sex with them. What? If angels who saw the face of the Father left their position to come down and have sex with humans, how powerful is lust? You know? But if Jesus died and then resurrected on the third day, how powerful is love?